Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. And his first pass is incomplete. But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 37. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Sellers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Run through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on first down. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Pacheco gets and tries the left side. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And the officials here Going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Sellers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing to start the drive. Sellers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Sellers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown!
Xavier Legette.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Amari Barno
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On play action, it's Mahomes.
That is caught downfield. It's Worthy.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Sellers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Tyreek Stevenson in on the stop. The Panthers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games, and they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man. That's Leggett.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Operating from the gun, Sellers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Moore, the man in motion. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. The 20.
He's got the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 46 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 74 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here comes a reverse. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10.
Now Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
At the Panthers' 29-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's Mahomes. And Brown's got it for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The final shot before break. Sellers flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. So thanks to the late touch.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Looking to throw. Sellers.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to... Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw. Sellers.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and the opening drive of the second half.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. A 10-play drive that time, and Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Mahomes going to throw.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him to 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Sellers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hansen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To the 27-yard line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds and make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Sellers. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So 5 yards. On the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The Panthers on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way.
And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 17 yards out.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well, think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
On first down, it's Hansen. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the 46, here's second down and 7.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
It was a quick throw completed by Willis.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's 3rd and 9. Willis looking to pass it. That is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for Carolina, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.